Hello dear friends, welcome to this program, Our Moments with God, Our Moments with the Word of God, Our Moments with the love, mercy and compassion of God, Our Moments also with those holy ones of God who spread the Word of God, who spread the love of God and the forgiveness of God, the holy ones of God. And today we are going to speak about one very special holy one, a saint, and not to forget to turn our attention to ourselves. And as I would be saying today about a saint who just was interested in spreading the word of God, I invite you also to be co-missionaries with me by sharing the word of God, by asking your friends as well to subscribe to the channel and thereby also share the word of God. You don't have to do anything. You just have to share the videos with others. Thank you. As I said in the beginning, there are some holy ones who were so keen on spreading the word of God. One of them was my namesake, Saint Dominic. The church celebrates on 8th of August the feast of Saint Dominic the Great. Of course, there are two Dominics, Dominic Savio, there are other Dominics, but this is Dominic, who is the founder of the order of the Dominicans. They are a big order. He was almost a contemporary of Francis of Assisi. He was at that time, but Dominic was born in Spain and founded this order. But before that, he was so interested in preaching. That's why his order is also known as Order of Preachers, OP. Dominicans are not known, they are called Dominicans, but their order is known as OP, Order of Preachers, because his passion was just to preach. And sometime in the 1960s, there was a very famous song about Saint Dominic written by a nun and was also sung by a nun. And I think the name of the film was The Singing Nun. And they actually wrote the lyrics describing the life of Saint Dominic. And though it was originally sung in French, later on it was also translated into German, into English and into other languages. Though I am not a good singer, I will just try to sing this song because it is such a beautiful song, especially if you listen to all the lyrics. I may not be able to sing all the stanzas, but I will just give you the little taste of what the song is like and what his passion was of Dominic. So it goes like this. Dominic, Nick, over the land he plods along and sings a little song. Never asking for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord. At a time when Johnny Lackland over England was the king, Dominic was in the black backland fighting sin like anything. Dominic, Nick, over the land he plods along and sings a little song. Never asking for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord. So this song goes on. They had very wonderful thing, and it goes like this, that he was fighting sin like anything. One day, it says, one day in the budding order, there was nothing left to eat. Saint Dominic, as he was going along, there was nothing left to eat. Suddenly, two angels walked in with a loaf of bread and meat. And then it goes further. Dominic, Nick, over the land he plods along and sings a little song. Never asking for reward, he just talks about the Lord. He just talks about the Lord. Then it goes on to say, I could sing, I am not very good at singing. Then this another stanza goes like this. Without horse or fancy wagon, he crossed Europe up and down. Poverty was his companion from town to town. So once again, without horse, we are talking about 13th century. So there was no question of cars, but those days they went around with horse or bullock carts, but he had no horse or no fancy wagon. He crossed Europe up and down on his foot. Yes, on his foot he went along. That was a famous Dominic. He was so passionate about preaching the word of God. Then it says also that he one day met a guy who was Albigensian. There was that time the heresy, Albigensian heresy, and he argued with him, and by morning he managed to convert this guy. This is one of the important things about his life, that he managed to convert. Actually, what I am doing, I am not, of course, I am far from Saint Dominic, but like him, I am also trying to preach the word of God. And Dominic had great influence in Europe and became a great saint. I am not a saint or not having a great influence, but I'm asking you to help me become an influencer, if you like, with the word of God. You too enjoy it. Ask your people to subscribe, share the videos. Thank you very much.